Hello, good people. My name is Brenda Mashobo. Welcome back to my channel. It is so good to have you in this space. And if you are new and you're not part of our family, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It is absolutely free. Judging by the title of this video, you already know what time is it. So, today, we will be discussing Stuart Baxter. At the same time, I'm having food here because my food is getting cold. What's with this? What's up with this finger? Where is this finger coming from? Is it because we're talking about Stuart Baxter? Why am I getting all kinds of like pointing? It's like I'm confronting people. Well, this video is confrontational. And this is what I'm having. I can't even tilt it. Let me try and tilt the camera. Oh, look. So that you can see it properly. I'm having this platter from John Doris. Yeah. They're currently running a special, and this is, oh, let me try and get this up. Yeah. It's the seafood platter. I think platter for one. It's going for 109 rand. This is a lot of food, and if you are somebody who's into seafood, but what I'm not excited about is that I think I only have like 3 prawns. 1, 2, 3. Mere 3 prawns. Okay, we are not here to talk about prawns. I've been seeing a lot and hearing a lot of comments, people saying Stuart Baxter needs to leave Kaizer Chiefs, and I think they're wrong, and I'll tell you why. We've had Stuart Baxter in the country coaching different football clubs. He's been our coach before. When I say our, I mean Kaizer Chiefs coach. So now you know I'm Kaizer Chiefs. It's not even a secret. Let me try and sit properly. So he's been our coach before, and he's coached Super Sports United, and also twice a Bafana coach. And then people are saying he needs to leave because he's not the right appointment for Kaizer Chiefs, and I wonder why. One thing that some fans do not understand is that systems take time. Just because the coach has not gotten it right does not mean he's not going to get it right eventually. But I also understand that football is a competitive sport. It is a sport that is all about results. And as soon as fans are not seeing results, they're starting to point fingers. And they sometimes point fingers at the wrong person. Just like how you say and believe that players do not just become bad players overnight. It is a responsibility of the principal in charge to ensure that, you know, they harness their talent. I'm not even eating. I'm going on and I'm not even eating. I don't know, you call this a mukbang or whatever. But people also need to have the same kind of thinking when it comes to the head coach. Every coach has a game model, and Stuart Baxter as well has a game model. Just because it has not paid off, his game model has not paid off, doesn't mean it is not going to pay off eventually. I think people need to be patient. Let us not forget what he has done for us before. I don't think eating is going to work. Let us not forget what he has done for us before. Just because in those 4 games, I think 4 games, 4 or 5 games if we also count our CAF final. So what makes people think Stuart Baxter is not a good coach when he's gotten us through the most difficult of game before? He has a league. I think also a Nedbank Cup. Is it a Nedbank Cup? I'm not quite sure, but it is not that important for this conversation. The point I'm trying to make is we need to be patient. What I'm also picking up and what I have picked up with the previous coaches as well, is that some of the fans are petty. Some fans are petty. And this is just the honest truth. Just because a coach comes from outside the country does not mean he does not understand our football. Especially Stuart Baxter. Are you going to tell me Stuart Baxter does not understand South African football at this stage, when he's been twice a Bafana Bafana coach? He's coached Supersport before for like a couple of years. Even for us, it wasn't like one season. He's been with us for the longest time, and you're going to say he does not understand South African football. What South African football are you talking about? When he's been even at the national team platform, where he was able to pick players from all over the teams within the PSL, and you're telling me he does not understand South African football? Is it because he's a foreign coach? Why would you not think at it this way? If you have a foreign coach, you have another different kinds of football that is going to be implemented in our system. Yes, there's a South African football, your Shibobos, your our South African football. Tina, think of Skarangobese and try and just picture how he played as our South African football. And there's another kind of football, like a fast-paced kind of football. So why would you not think it as it's a sharing of skills? Baxter has contributed a lot in our football. And I think he's going to get us winning again. He's going to win us something. We just need to be patient. Just because he hasn't gotten it right up until... Let me not count yesterday's game. By yesterday's game, I'm in the game against Chippa United. By saying let us not count it is because people are still saying it wasn't because of the coach. But you are so hypocritical. Fans are hypocritical. When we're not winning, it's the coach's fault. But when we're winning, we're crediting it to the players. People are saying it was individual brilliance, yet we were playing with the same players, perhaps except the inclusion of Nkosing Ngobo in our midfield. But if you really look at how we won the game yesterday, you know we did not win in the midfield. It was our strike force. They were getting it right, and I knew they were going to get it right. Special shout out to Keegan Dolly. Huge shout out to Keegan Dolly. I'm convinced there's only one Keegan Dolly. I'm going to leave it at that. Our Ganabri. Oh, I'm so impressed. His touches, oh my God. He has also, complemented, the billiard that we know. Slowly but surely. The billiard that we bought is coming back. A different kind of billiard is coming back, 10 times better. And I'm here for it. Something that I also want us to be aware of and watch. Let us not set Athazwane up for failure. Why do I say that? People saying they want Stuart Baxter out, they're saying Athazwane can do better. I don't want to sound like I don't believe in Athazwane's capabilities, but I want to sound like I'm saying now is not the time for him to assume the head coach position. And I'll tell you why. Being a number 2 is the safest position ever. No matter how you look at it, being a number 2 is the safest position ever. If a team is doing well, they give credit to number 2. If the team is not doing well, they come for the head coach. They want to chop his head off. Nobody goes for a number 2 and say, but who's assisting Baxter? Why is Baxter not getting the results? Let us look at the people around him. Who is he working with in the executive, in the technical team? Nobody's looking at it that way. I warn you not to set him up for failure. It will be a career suicide for him. Let his career progress organically. And one day he is going to be our head coach. And he's going to do well. But not now. I want us to be careful of pushing people into position because we are excited over one or two games or a couple of games. Give him time. I don't even think, it's a matter of a competition between him and Stuart Baxter, because sometimes as fans we get excited over something that is actually not even an issue. Ungathola ukuthi others are not right being an assistant coach usafunda. Not, I don't want to sound like I'm not believing I am not believing in his capabilities, because I am. I'm just not believing in the timing right now. I just feel like right now is not the time. I'd like to bring to your attention about a certain number 2 that was praised so much that he was seen as a football genius. I'm not saying he's not a football genius, but I think we praised him way too soon until he became a number 1. And then Middendorp went for his head a couple of times. Middendorp went for his head. And he thumbed him to a position where we even heard of coaches being loaned in our league. It was the first time. I don't know if you've had it before. But for me, I think it was the first time, hearing of a coach that gets loaned. And he didn't even play a single game in that loaned team, in his loanee team, until he went back into his hiding place, his hiding club. Don't come for me. Because I'm trying to narrate right now. I'm saying he was praised prematurely. He needed to gradually, organically move into that position. I think as fans, we get excited over good English. Oh my God, this is bad. This is bad for my non-existent football career. But you know what I'm trying to say. Because when Coach Pitso achieved all that he achieved at Sundowns, but people wanted to look beyond Coach Pitso. They started praising people. Oh, I wasn't. So I got cut. I was saying when Coach Pitso Mosimane did so well and won trophies with Sundowns, people wanted to take the binoculars and look through, at the people that they thought contributed so much, that made it possible for Coach Pitso to win those cups. I'm not saying they did not, but I'm just saying sometimes we look beyond when we're actually supposed to look closer to us. We praise people prematurely and we set them up for opportunities that are career suicide for them. Time will come. Right now, we are good with Stuart Baxter. I believe in Stuart Baxter. Stuart Baxter is a good coach, is a capable coach. He still has it. He's an ideologist of note. He will speak of Stalinism and all the bureaucracy and things like that. I believe in Stuart Baxter. He's got good credentials. He understands our football. What else does he need to do to show you guys that he understands? Yes, we will not get winning. Yesterday's match against Chippa was just the beginning of what we are going to do, of what he's going to do. Now, do not look beyond him just because he's getting results, because you're so convinced that you want him out, because, I don't know, because you're thinking he's not capable. You're out of your mind. You're out of your flipping mind. Do you know Stuart Baxter? He's gotten us through the most difficult games. His recent, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about what happened, at Cairo when we played in AFCON. I don't. If you don't know, go to Google and Google him. You'll know. And he can still get us doing that and more. I know he's going to get us winning with, the outfit that he has currently. He can get us the results. And I think you just need to calm down. You need to flip and calm down and give him a chance. He's not a bad coach. Oh my God, he's an amazing coach. He got us through Libya. I remember the game we were playing. I think it was a deciding qualifier um, for the previous AFCON when we played at Libya. Nibona ukuthi kushunqa kanjani lesi stadium. Hey, oh my God. The descendants of Gaddafi. He got us through that game. It was a difficult game. When Darren Kidd was still our number one and the tables 10, I don't know what happened. And then Ronwen Williams, after that, became our number one. Okay, I'm not there. I'm just saying. You forget easily. Nina, you just get hyped up over nothing, really. And then here again, Lento, which is just because who coaches comes from outside the country. I don't even like the word foreign. Amen. Just because the coach comes outside the country and then nizobheka yonke into nihlale nama-red pens and then you're going on and on. Please stop that. It is not going to get us anywhere. If anything, we should be excited. Ukuthi Baxter uzoplanta in our football system. Uzo-introduce something new. Mhlambe the kind game model that we're not used to. Amen. Kahleni. Stuart Baxter is not going anywhere. And I think, let me also touch briefly on what I think happened with Middendorp. You remember, not last season, I think it was a 2018-2019 season, but where we lost the game, where we lost the league on the last game. Literally, we lost the league on the last game of the season. I know how it felt like to be desperate for a goal, because now we were like, if we get a goal here, at least, and it did not happen. I was hurt. I was just hurt. I know how it feels like to be desperate for one goal. Football can kill you. And I think what happened with Middendorp was a reaction, because Kaizer Chiefs management had to do something. It was just a reaction. I do not believe we were supposed to let him go, but we had to react because something huge, has happened. You can't tell me we were number one for the longest time, for months, and we even went on the bio bubble being number one until that very last game. It was painful. So we've had our woes before in terms of finding a good coach. Now that we have a good coach, we want to also fiddle with what is it that we have, and we also want to promote people prematurely. Come on. You're out of your mind. Give Stuart Baxter a chance, and then he's going to get us something. He's going to win us something. If he does not win us anything, then the problem is not with the coaching department. We'll have to look into it a different way, because it will basically mean the problem is not with the coaching department. My food is getting cold. I've said my piece. Let me eat and probably watch what's a movie or something. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It is something different. I've never dedicated the entire video on just talking football. Kaizer Chiefs met Stuart Baxter. I love him so much. I like him. I love him. You call it whatever. It's just the technicality. It does not matter. He's my favorite coach. If you ask me who's my favorite coach, I'm going to say Stuart Baxter. It has been him for as long as I remember. Then if you say EPL, and then I'm going to say Pep, because I'm Man City. Who else? The special one is also interesting. I don't have a favorite EPL, let me just say. I have a favorite team, but I don't have a favorite coach, because I like them for different reasons. Mikel Arteta as well, I like him. And the Barcelona coach, what's his name? Oh, I think it's hilarious. The Barcelona coach is hilarious. Okay, guys, let me eat because of this video properly. I don't know what's happening with the filming. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up and leave a comment below. Until the next video.